Chapter 13. The Detention. I don't want you guys messing with me ever again, George said firmly as the bully squirted in high-pitched terror. And that yellow-haired kid is awfully missed too. You mess with us, you answer to the tie. George snapped his tie in the air one last time, causing the four sobbing sixth graders to shake like hilarious. Uncle Benny! Kipper waded through his tears. Suddenly, Mr. Crab came storming out of the building. What's going on out here? He screamed. That little kid beat us up, Kipper sounded. Oh, he did he? Yelled Mr. Crab as he grabbed George by his arm. I don't take kindly to the bullies in this school. They're the bullies, cried Howard, pointing at Skipper and his three frightened friends. Those guys were just about to beat that kid up. He was just defending himself. Mr. Crab reached over and grabbed Howard by his arm. I don't like liars either, he growled. Mr. Crab yanked both boys to the detention room. You two troublemakers are going to stay here until you have learned your lesson, he shouted, then slammed the door. So much for a good first impression, said George. The two boys sat in silence for several minutes. Howard opened his backpack and took out a notebook and the pointy half of one of his broken pencils. He started to draw. What grade are you in? Asked George. Kindergarten, said Howard. Me too, said George. And new. We just moved here 3 days ago. Oh, said Howard. I think you live next door to my house. Really? Said George. George glanced over and noticed that Howard was drawing a giant monster. Hey, you're a good drawer, George said. Thanks, said Howard. George watched it as Howard drew a flying hero zapping the monster with a laser beam. Cool, said George, pointing to the superhero. What's that guy's name? Howard shouted. He doesn't have a name. How come? Asked George. Howard shouted again. It's just a picture, he said. It's not really a story. Oh, said George. George watched it intensely as Howard finished his picture. When he was done, Howard folded the page back and started drawing a new picture on the next page. Do you want to draw too? Howard asked. I have some more pencils. They are broken, but the pointy parts still work too okay. No, said George. I can't draw good. I'm a writer. Oh, said Howard. He tore some fresh pages out from the back of his notebook and handed them to George. Here, you can write on these if you want. George took the papers and thought for a long time. Then he wrote The Adventures of Dogman at the top of the first page. At the bottom he wrote By George and... Hey, what's your name, kid? George asked. Howard, said Howard. George wrote Howard's name down at the bottom. I'm gonna write a comic book, said George. You can draw the pictures, okay? Okay, said Howard. And that is how George and Howard became friends and started their publishing empire on the very same day. Chapter 14 The Adventures of Dogman by George N. Howard. One time there was a police guy. His patron was a dog named Gray. They were good at catching criminals and stuff. But one day there was a bomb. But they were too late. The bomb blew up and they got hurt. An ambulance took them to the hospital. Soon, the doctor came in with sad news. So then, they had a big operation. The doctor cut off Gray's head and soldered it on Cop's body. And so, Dogman was the best of all cops. He could sniff clues with his dog nose. He could hear crimes with his dog ears. And best of all, he could punch criminals with his human fist. Dogman was the greatest cop of ever, but he had one mortal fear. Dogman saw the vacuum cleaner. He went and hid it. But nobody knew that somebody was watching. Somebody evil. It was Petey, the world's most evil cat. So Petey invented an evil vacuum robot. Dogman went to save the day, but then Dogman went away. He went and went. Finally, Dogman got cornered in a corner. The vacuum cleaner got closer and closer. Dogman got scarier and scarier. The vacuum robot lifted attackingly. But then, look at what happened. The vacuum got unplugged. Dogman wasn't scared no more. He beat up the robot. Then he followed the cord. It led straight to Petey's hideout. Then Petey got arrested. Dogman was the hero. Non-alcoholic wine. The end.